the truth profoundly. These are Germans here. For me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das, and Paul. They say Duane the writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's blight. Gotta wake up, see the light.
Yeah, so you're young and you don't really understand how this, how this planet is run. See, to you, everything's a cartoon because, again, that's the generation you grew up with, but there's a lot more going on. So you're into the gaming world, which is all controlled by the dark side and the elites to keep you dumbed down, unaware, and stupid. So again, that's why you get beat up in your real side experiences, because we're trying to wake you up.
I have a question about that. Why do you like really enjoy those experiences where I get beat up? Like you're really enjoying yourself.
No, it only is you're assuming that.
Well, I figure that you're laughing, so like.
Again, you have to understand. You know, when you look at a movie, and I don't know if you've ever seen any movies, to where the villain.
Oh, you know what? I actually did watch a movie this week.
Where the villain
I watched The Matrix.
It doesn't mean that he thinks what's going on is funny, because again, his attitude is different. So it just depends upon the attitude behind the laughter.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you comparing yourself to a villain?
No. Again,
no.
you don't. Okay. Because you're too literal.
Right, of course. Sorry.
Take you a while to get this. So we have to be very patient with you.
Yeah, man. Well, I did go and watch The Matrix this past week. Thought it was kind of mid.
Okay, The Matrix, which one? A cartoon or the one with Keanu Reeves?
The one with Keanu Reeves. It's crazy out there. Did you hear in the news this past week that thing that happened? Did you hear about it?
Well, there's always something happening. No, I don't pay attention to everything.
Oh, they're shutting down Concord.
They're showing what?
They're shutting down Concord. It's pretty sad. I was actually really enjoying that game. Oh,
it's a game, not an airplane.
No, yeah, it's it's a hero shooter. I was playing it on PC, but 2 weeks after launch, they're shutting it down. It's a good game, bro. I don't know why they're doing it.
Well, Eric, let me clue you in.
Do you have the deets? Tell us.
Just like Wall Street, it's all controlled.
Oh, fuck, you're right. It's got to be it.
Yeah. So again, you know, those who control the world, what they do is they create these things, ideas like your gaming world, the Federal Reserve System, cyber coins, etc., cybercurrency.
Cyber coins.
Yeah, whatever.
Cyber coins. It's like gold.
Whatever it is, they create it. Wall Street, whatever you see out there, they create it, they control it, and then they look at you might say, I'll just give you an idea, the percentage of agreement, and then what they do is they shift it purposely. Because they want the reaction of people, you see? They are looking for reaction. It's like, oh my gosh, it's changed, or oh my gosh, it's different, or oh my gosh, I've lost all my money. See, that's what they want. They do the setup, and then they go for the reaction. This is what they do, purposely, self-purposely planned.
So that's why they shut down Concord.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, there's a bigger plan. It's a chess game. So again, you have two people playing chess, and you have the professionals that, you have a lot of people playing chess. Okay, look at the world. You have a lot of people playing chess, but there's only a few really good ones that see the whole board and the strategy, you see?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And those are the ones that like to see the reaction. And in other words, when you're playing a game of chess, what's the idea? Well, you want to win, and you want to see the
Winning's
reaction.
cool.
You want to see the reaction of the individual that loses, of course. And then you're so-called sympathetic. Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I want, whatever that. You're a little bashful or whatever the idea is. But that's all. That's all a gimmick. The whole idea has been you want to win. That's all you care about. You want to win, and then you play this role, this acting role with the person that lost, etc. And this is what the world controllers do. They play this game like actors with people, thinking that, oh my gosh, it's too bad that this happened to you or whatever. No, they planned it. They did it on purpose because they want your reaction, because these are bored people. Yeah, you see, you've been brought up a particular way through the system, right and wrong, good and bad, this is that. No, it's not that at all. Those that control the business world, those that control the world politics, etc., religions, educational system, science, technology, that's not the idea. They see that it's all nothing, so they're so bored that all they can do is get people to agree to what they've created and then get them to react, because this is their thrill. Yeah. Now, look at, if you want to learn something, Eric, okay, let's take the example of what you just mentioned, okay? Let's just take the example. Just keep it very simple. And now follow along the best you can. Now, remember, the news is not going to give you the whole story, if anything at all. This is how you start to become more aware, Eric, and see what's really going on. So you don't stay the effect of all these things, Eric, because if you don't wake up during the span that you're here, the lifetime that you're here, and that can end any time, you're going to come back, you're going to start over again, Eric, and you're going to be duh. And there's no guarantee that anything like I'm presenting is going to be here. No guarantee at all. You're just going to be with a bunch of stupid people and keep going through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, all this suffering and struggling, because all creation is suffering and struggling because of the agitation of cause
Sorry,
and
what was
effect.
that?
You have this opportunity right now. So
Weird.
again, start to intuitively look at and use things as examples to get yourself to wake up and become more aware. That's the whole idea, Eric. That's why you're here. See, you're in creation to eventually recognize what all life is. It's not about business. It's not about winning games. It's not about any of that stuff. It's not about making money. It's not about love, happiness, and all these things. It's about recognizing what all life is. And so however long that takes, that's what it takes. So you're not going to do it instantly. It's going to take you, remember, 50 years. You think I'm kidding? 50 years is nothing. Once 50 years has passed, you're still not going to be there. You have a huge challenge. You have yourself to deal with. It's all about you. Everything that you're seeing in the world is a reflection of yourself. But you think
So
it's
even
something.
like the can of beans?
Don't matter.
Oh, okay.
It don't
I was
matter.
talking to someone who was like big into can of beans last week.
It's all set up as a reflection for you to use as an example of how to become more aware. So again, you're lucky that you have the knowledge of that. You look at the people you know and others, they don't know that. All they have to relate to is, hey, oh, gee, I went to high school, I went to college, I got a job. That's nothing. That's all created nonsense. That goes nowhere. Now you have something to relate to. You have some guidance here that can start to get you through this, but you at the same time, you have to do your part.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll do my part, Duane.
It always will make sense, young man. Yes. The experiences that I've had with Rebazar and the Real Guides is that I've always basically taken advantage of what they've shown me. Now, all they can do is give you hints, just like the presidential thing with Rebazar.
Can you share an example?
I just did the presidential thing.
That's my example. I kind of wanted to hear one of your examples.
No, you have.
Okay.
You already have your example. You're on your own journey. Okay, it's not about me anymore. It's about you, just like the teacher in school. When you go into the classroom, it's not about the teacher. It's about you. That's why you're there. The teacher is there
Well,
for,
I can't like teach myself.
it's about you. Well,
And
you
if the
can do,
teacher shares like relatable experiences, that tends to help.
well, you take it all in because it's all about you. And then eventually you get past you and then you realize and recognize it's not about you. It's about all life. But in the meantime, as you start out, first it's about you. Just like people raise their children. First it's about the children, raising the children. The baby needs help. But at a certain point, then the child leaves the family. Okay, he's big enough to go on his own. Then there's a bigger picture involved, you see? So again, this is your process. Right now, you're like the baby. You're going through the process, okay? Yeah, it's about you. It's not about me. It's about you. This is what this Skype is
It's about
for.
me.
You.
Fuck you.
Every time we have a Skype, I keep telling you this. So again, look at how long it takes you to get it. It's not about me. It's about you. Yeah, it's all about you. I'm fine. Just like in a football game, you got a lot of people in the
You're kind of
stadium.
an NPC.
You got a lot of people in the stadium watching. So again, you know, you got to get past that mind of yours that jumps to conclusions. And that's going to take a while, Eric. Yeah, that's going to take a while. So I suggest you focus on the experiences that you've had because they're all telling you something and you need to keep looking at them. Doesn't matter if you like them or not, you need to keep looking at them because those are the experiences that you need to help wake you up. Unless you want to stay asleep, and your choice. If you think your life is a joke, then it's a joke. Or you want to get going and become more aware and be a real person, you decide. Now let me ask you, is this the first time you saw The Matrix or did you see it before?
Yeah, this is the first time.
Oh, it's the first time. Okay. So you saw the whole movie.
Whole movie, start to finish. I even saw a few of the credits.
Okay. So what did you get from that? What did you see from that?
I saw that the world is this kind of like simulation thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there are these like lines in our backs. I guess that's the tap lining, right?
Yeah.
And there are two pills that you can have. There's the red pill, there's the blue pill, and Keanu Reeves is holding them both. And
That's
you
a
take it from him specifically. You're not allowed to take it from anyone else.
Those are metaphors. The pills are metaphors. Do you know what that means?
Wait, is Keanu Reeves a metaphor?
The pills are a metaphor. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
It's kind of like they're make-believe. In other words, there's something that gives you the idea, but it's not exactly that.
Oh.
They're hints, is what
Yeah.
they are. They're not literal. They're not literal. It's like, oh, gee, if I take these drugs, I'll blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, you can, but that's not the idea of the
Wait,
movie.
should I take drugs? I didn't think that I should.
The
But should
idea
I?
is that the idea with the two pills is that, okay, in the one hand, okay, do you want to stay the same or do you want to experience something more than you know? That's the idea of the pills. It's not about taking pills. Do you get that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's very simple. So, in other words, you learn to see, okay, through what they're presenting you. Remember, these things are hints. You learn to see what's going on aside from what your literal mind thinks it is. That's the fun part, Eric. Yeah. Just like you, when you're gaming, you know, I know that when you're gaming, it's not all literal. You have some intuitive instinct going on too, you see, because again, you come to positions where you don't know what to do. So you take a risk, you do this or that, or you feel like, oh, I got to go this way. The idea of feeling, but it's not about feeling. It's about an intuitiveness, you see. So again, that's what differentiates the regular person that's gaming from the person that's really good, because they take risks and they're more intuitive. That's really what it is. Look at it yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's with everything, because that's just how things are. Just like the birds. They don't have a schedule. They're not, it's like, okay, we're flying here today and we're going this way and this. They don't do that. They just like, when they feel like flying, they fly. And it's like, well, wherever and see what happens. And, they just intuitively, instinctively go wherever and, search for food and whatever. Basically, it's searching for food. It's to survive. So they don't have a
Have you ever thought about becoming a bird?
Mechanical schedule. They don't have that. Humans do. They've been mechanicalized. Okay, you've been mechanicalized. You've been literal.
Oh, that's right. I'm a robot.
Yeah, you've been literalized.
I heard that from Little Boy last week too.
Yeah. And now you have the opportunity to see through that and be free of those restrictions while you're dealing with it. Okay, there's a difference. So it's okay to deal with it, but you don't have to agree with it. And that is when you saw Neo freeing himself, okay, from the encasement, like a little spa there, all the tap lines in him, okay, those things in the back of him were all the agreements to the social system, and they were removed. That was
How did you find that out?
So that he could see more than just a one-dimensional world. You see?
How did you find that out, that that's what it meant?
You learn to see it.
We gather round, real guys bring the truth profound. These are Germans here, for me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das and Paul, they say Duane the writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's blight. Gotta wake up, see the light. Don't think, just feel the vibe. The sun's are gonna cause it dry. Break the chains, the mental hold. Truth unfold, the storms are guide. A cosmic drive. Break the chains, the mental hold. The truth unfold, the story told. We strong, and unite front. Against the darkness, we will hunt. Time to break the simulation spell with new you power. We are skibbity new you. Breaking free from the matrix. Forces lurking, reptilian scheme. That lies that control a twisted dream. You together we rise above, shattering the lies, spreading risk.